Okay, it's maybe not so awkward this time. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is.
Okay, it's maybe not so awkward this.
Okay, I take that back. That was freaking awkward. Okay, did it again. Hi, everybody. Hi, you guys in the chat. It's Sunday. Welcome to the Granny Show. It's sometimes the week goes really fast, and here we are. It's Sunday again, but then at other times, Maggie and I are going, boy, I can hardly wait till Sunday just to talk and catch up and stuff. So, you guys, I want to introduce my co-host, Maggie-of-England. We're going to get started here pretty soon. You know, we've all been on lockdown, and everybody's doing as well as they can. You know, I'm really kind of proud of other humans right now, because they're getting along with their lives as best they can. You know, yay, you guys, you have more strength and endurance than you really have ever thought. I think so. I'm going to bring my co-host on, Maggie-of-England.
Wait. We're at 500. Hey!
Okay.
There's the laugh.
Fresh from the shower, I present my co-host, Maggie-of-England. God, okay. Number one, that granny shirt is wonderful.
Yes.
I need to make a shirt like that. Our guest, you know, he could order the decal, and he could have a shirt like that if he wanted. And also, you guys, Maggie and I, this is kind of a celebration. We've hit 500 subscribers.
Yeah, can't believe it.
I know. I don't know why. You know, I thank the Corona God for giving us sort of a captive audience.
I've certainly gone doolally.
Yeah. So anyway, Maggie, you guys, she does this. We're having sort of this tradition that I'm just as surprised as you all are when Maggie turns on her camera.
Trisha, my daughter's in the chat, and when I showed, she said, "Are you really going on like that?" I said, "Yeah."
Sure enough, yeah. Mom is out of control. Okay. So Maggie, we have a really special guest this time. Well, all of our guests are special, but you know, our special guest, I've known him for a few years, and he's just probably one of the dearest men I know. And okay, so I could just get all sappy about it, but I'm gonna bring our special guest. You guys, I'd like to present reamce.
Hi, how are you?
You can see me now, reamce.
I can see it all now. I can see it very clearly. But I can't make a fabulous entrance like you just did, Maggie. I don't have the ability to do anything like that. I'm so impressed. Oh my God, you should be on Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, they jumped me off.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here, Greg. Happy Sunday to you.
Oh, happy Sunday to both of you too, and to all of the fine people out there in television land.
Yeah, beautiful chat we've got.
Yeah. This is jolly good fun. reamce, of anybody I know, you've been on YouTube longer than anybody I know, and you guys, it's the reamce channel, and Reamce is, how would you describe your channel, Greg? Reamce.
A bunch of dumb bullshit. Um,
No.
it when I made that channel years ago, it wasn't anything like what it is right now, and it was there were several of us that were doing this project. Now here goes the grandfather clock. Um, and we were making weird little short horror films and strange. We were trying to be a bunch of artistic little short filmmakers, and that's how that channel started. And basically, after about a year of that, everybody lost interest in it, and I was the one who was left with it. And I was the one who had initially set it up and had the passwords and stuff, and I just kept it and kind of turned it into what you see now, which is anything I want to put on there. That's what goes on that channel. It just whatever comes into my head to do.
Well, and you have it all there for all of us to enjoy. I enjoy the hell out of your channel, and you have, you've made a little spot for yourself, and everybody loves you. And sometimes you will play music, and you'll share compositions with us. And how many instruments do you play, Reamce?
Now here goes the cuckoo clock. Primarily, I play keyboard instruments. So I play the piano and the organ, and I play the harp, and I play the guitar badly, and that's really it. Now, when I was in high school in the band, I played the clarinet, and sometimes they wouldn't need a clarinet player, and I would play the drums in the high school band. But these days, I mostly don't play anything because I'm retired.
Well, yeah, you can give your poor fingers a rest.
Yeah, they need it.
That's so lovely. And Reamce's also one of the best comedians I know. And this low-key gentleman can have a mouth on him sometimes. And he's very quick-witted. His improv skills are just, kind of mind-blowing, but he's very quiet about it.
Sorry, Robin. I was just going to say I watched a video you and Reamsy did where you sent him them bottles of whiskey. He was a gentleman. They all went back.
Oh, yeah, that was a couple of years ago when I got Reamsy, got him drunk on camera.
Yeah.
I still have, it's right over there in the bar. I still have a bottle of something that I think you sent me that I never opened because it looked suspicious. It's something about Buckfast or something.
Oh, the Buckfast. Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
Oh, there's another blast from the past. The
Well,
Buckfast.
what is that stuff?
It's probably poison. So you're
tonic.
Yeah, you're smart to not touch that thing. Keep it away from you because it'll ruin your life. From what I
listen, if it's going to do that kind of damage, I'm going to walk over here to the bar and get it because I want to see what it is. I'm going to hold you responsible right here live on your own program if you kill me because I'm going to take a drink of this shit.
I know you can take it right to government agencies. This will be your proof. Dang, I should have been my flower pot. Now they'll be able to pick me out of a lineup because that's my favorite.
Well, there it is, whatever it is.
Oh, that's it. That's
And I see that it has a screw on top.
I know no corkscrew needed. That's the classiest wine. The screw top. You don't need any accessories. It
claims to be a tonic. Now, is this a tonic like Geritol?
Much like Geritol. Geritol will poison you too, folks. So this is
Well, I'm gonna see what it is that you sent me about a year ago. So, all right.
Okay.
Let's see what this. Oh, it smells good. It smells like wine.
Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah.
let's taste it.
Okay.
Way to go, Reamsy.
Oh, Jesus.
damn, that's good.
Oh my God.
That's really good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Mad Dog 2020. Did you ever drink that, Robin?
I can't say that I've even heard of that, sweetheart.
Something
It's
called
the winos drink.
It's what?
It's what they call a bum wine. It's what
Oh,
hobos and um,
okay.
the homeless people enjoy Mogan David 2020.
Mogan David. Okay, it's Mogan
Well,
David.
that's the one
Okay.
they enjoy in Scotland.
This is really good.
I've heard it tastes much like drinking a glass of Welch's grape jelly.
Yeah, it's really sweet. It's a perfect breakfast wine because I like a little grape jelly or marmalade for breakfast, and this is going to be a fantastic breakfast for me. I'm going to be happy as hell all day drinking this.
Way to go. Hey, this is brilliant. He's celebrating our 500 in style.
No, I really do like it. I mean, that's good. I should have refrigerated it, but I didn't think. I really didn't know what it was. I didn't trust the looks of it, but now I know that that's something I'm gonna keep in the bar.
There you go. I don't know if it's supposed to be refrigerated. When we did the tastings live, they were room temperature, I think, weren't they, Maggie?
I think so. I didn't have any. It's not my kind of thing. But I think you all just had it at room temperature.
Yeah, they did. I didn't have any. Every bottle that I ordered, I gave away because I don't. Oh boy, that shit would just put me right under. Not only the sugar, but
Shadow did a brilliant video on it, though, didn't he?
Who did?
Sam Shadow.
Sam Shadow did it with somebody else. I can't remember who. Was it Brandon?
It might have been. He did the green screen and everything with Bookfast.
Oh, I know he had the label behind him on the green screen. That was
really
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad Reamce moved because I thought he had fallen asleep. How you doing, Reamce?
I feel pretty fucking good, Robin.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad to be a party to your feeling good.
I'll tell you what, that is a tonic. I think this may be better than Geritol.
See, so you're going to have to look in your local dispensary and see if they carry it where you are up there in Alaska.
Well, I've never seen it around, but I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, well, you know what? You don't see a lot of sort of foreign things in the markets. I think you have to ask for them or go way in the back of the store where all the dusty bottles are.
It says it's made by the Benedictine monks.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go. Boy, that's right up your alley too.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have discovered this new religious practice. It's tonic wine made by the Benedictine monks at the Buckfast Abbey in Devon, England.
That's right. Yep.
I know, and this just plays right into the whole scheme of things because Reamce is a scholar of various religious systems. But what would you call it? You sort of have you've studied all kinds of shit related to
encyclopedia on books, tarot, and everything I can think of.
Yeah.
It's Reamse.
Well, that's probably college's fault because when I grew up in a real restrictive Christian cult environment, and thank God, when I graduated from high school, my parents let me pick the college I wanted to go to, and I picked a Catholic college. And when I went to the Catholic college, that opened up a whole new world of experience, and that that's when I got interested in all of this stuff. I ended up graduating from college with an associate's degree in theology just because I was fascinated with it. And when I graduated, I never quit studying crazy religious beliefs and all of that kind of stuff and metaphysical. I've just, it's been like a hobby all my life, but I'm certainly not any sort of an expert on anything. I just read whatever interests me, and whatever I remember about something that's interested me, then I regurgitate that back out and make myself sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. But I rarely do.
But that closes the circle. You started out there and you wound up here and you tie it all together. And yeah, I was attracted. My family didn't do religion, even though their families did. But we were the heathens of, this religious family. So my immediate family, we didn't do any of that. But I was attracted. All of my friends were sort of raised in that manner, the same as you, Reamce. They were important parts of like religious situations. So I hung out with those kids, and I went to everybody's churches. The Methodist, Baptist, Foursquare Gospel, Assembly of God, Jehovah Witnesses, Mormonism. I did all through my teenage years. It was my form of rebellion, I think. And then when I was in high school, I asked my mom. It was right around the corner from a Catholic high school, and I asked my mom, "Can I switch to that?" It was right in the neighborhood, and they had uniforms. I loved the black watch plaid uniforms. So half my junior year and then senior year in college, I went to Catholic school, and we have to walk down to the parish every first Friday. And I had my own chapel veil, even though I was not a Catholic. I participated in all the stuff, and I was absolutely blown away by the sheer majesty and beauty of the Catholic Church.
You just said chapel veil, so I'm assuming that this was going on before Vatican II had taken place.
Yeah, we used to wear a mantella. We had to wear a mantella.
Right.
Yeah, a chapel veil. It was a little round doily.
Right.
And you pay a bobby pin it to the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And you always had to have a head covering when I was in high school, always. And the girls who lost their chapel veil, they would take a Kleenex and bobby pin that to the top of their head. As long as they had the top covered, they were good to go. But Catholic services, it's just so pretty. And, talk about mood setting. I always felt so like I was participating in something really important back then. I was 16, 15 years old. And so after being to all those other churches, where sometimes you'd have to sit on rough wood benches or do it out in the park, the Catholic Church seemed like so solid to me.
And you were no doubt attending the Latin Mass, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm so thrilled that as a bad practicing Catholic, I'm thrilled that the Latin Mass has made such a big comeback. Any parish now in the United States, or not parish, but any diocese that you happen to be in will have at least one church that's strictly doing Latin Mass. So basically, wherever you live in the United States, you now have access to the Latin Mass again, which that after Vatican II, that kind of went away. And
they had
Latin Mass.
Yeah, and they brought in little rock bands and stuff.
Isn't that the biggest bunch of bullshit you ever? What the fuck? I mean, if I don't want my religion and my entertainment mixed together. When religion became entertainment, what the hell's the point? I can see better entertainment anywhere than watching a bunch of amateurs in the Catholic Church trying to entertain you, or in any church.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's not why I'm going to church. I'm not going there to be entertained. I'm going there to transcend and try and communicate with what the hell ever it is that made us. And it
I
pisses
know.
me off the way they've degraded religion with all of this bullshit.
Well, I think that the big plan was retention of parishioners. They want to do
It
a
had the
PO.
opposite effect.
No shit. No shit. They had electric guitars.
It was all about the money.
Yeah, well,
Every family had an envelope here to put money in.
Oh yeah, well, you still do that, and they keep a record of it, and then they give you a tax statement at the end of the year, so you can deduct it off your
Oh,
taxes.
there was nothing like that back in the day.
uh,
Nothing like that. And if you weren't at church, you got a right good telling off.
Hmm.
well, yeah, that rock band stuff. Yeah, they had a good thing going, with the tradition and people. The more modern the times get, the more people really like for things to stay the same. There's some kind of security in your head with that. So to change up something that has been around for all these hundreds of years, boy, what a shock to a lot of people's systems. I'm sure that was. But you know what? The Latin Mass, there was a mysticism to it. There was the unknown to it. But everybody had a missal. So you could follow along anyway.
Sure, you're never lost at the Latin Mass if you're not used to it and you're going to it for the first time. Just read the translation as it goes, and you'll see it's essentially the same thing as the Novus Ordo Mass, which is what most parishes do, and your Mass is in the vernacular. But it's not difficult to understand. All you have to do is read it once or twice, and bang, you've got it in your head. But
Yeah, you get the rhythm of it, and it just kind of becomes party of after a while. Yeah, boy. Okay, now that we've completely trashed the Catholic Church. Okay, the next big monolith. Who else should we? That's the only one I know about. But you know what? These days, I still have good friends who are staunch Catholics. They'll go to church maybe 3 times a week, and I have uh, devoted Jewish friends, and they're just lovely. I don't do that anymore. I don't because being a real old lady, I finally boiled it all down to what it means for me, and that's just love your fellows,
Yeah.
and just
That's it. Your home and yourself is your church.
yeah, and try not to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
And with just a couple of things like that, I think that does it for me. Yeah. So there you have it. I don't know what else the fuck to talk about. Oh, okay, little shout out.
The CW's in the chat.
I
hey,
just saw.
CW.
Holy crap, there's CW, there's
Yeah.
Sunshine on Sophia, there's Agent Veronica.
Hey, Veronica.
And Eileen Ebony, Kristen Frost Laser Beams, Charles Williamson. Holy tamale. Amy Warren.
I tell you what, now CW there that's in that chat, he's got another religion that I practice on a daily basis. He's got the Commonwealth chanting thing.
Dancing, yeah.
And at first you think, well, what the hell is this? Is this just some bullshit or whatever? But it works. That's why if it didn't work for, I mean, I can't say it's going to work for every person on the planet, but it worked for me, and that's why I keep doing it every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't chant.
Yeah, there's something about the resonance of your own voice that is like self-soothing. I find that to be true for me. And yeah, I know about Commonwealth chanting, and I think it's a good thing.
I know it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me anyway. The thing that I love about it is it's a codified religion. You can go read the founding document of it, and it's a religion that unless you're just an absolute moron, you can succeed at this religion because it has two requirements. You read a spiritual text every day, and it can be whatever you think a spiritual text is. If you happen to think that the Amityville Horror is a spiritual text, that's your spiritual text for the day, and it qualifies. And then you do your chanting, and there's no time limit. You don't have to chant for 30 minutes or 30 seconds. You chant however long that you want, and you've met your daily requirement, if that's what you want to call it. That's what Commonwealth chanting is. It's reading that spiritual text each day and doing your chant. And if you've got 2 hours to spend on it, that's fantastic. And if you've got 2 minutes to, you've still done your religious practice for the day. It's easy and it works, and it gives you a feeling of accomplishment when you're done with it. So I can't say enough good about it.
And also it starts your balance off right. Get balanced first thing in the morning, and get in a good place and get in a calm place. Lordy, don't we all need that right now? You guys, what a great idea. Commonwealth chanting during this time of being locked down and, frustration and fear. Go over to CW's. In fact, CW, if it's okay, I'm going to put a link down in the description. You guys go over and give it a shot. Like we said, it's not for everybody, but you know what? Any tools we can employ right now, through the generosity of other CW shares this, and go check it out. I believe he has an entire channel devoted.
He does. There is.
Yeah.
You can just search it on YouTube and you'll find it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put a link in the description as well. Hey, let's all help each other get through this, you guys, and be supportive. And
well, how are you doing? But how are you guys doing with this coronavirus mess? Are you guys on like a total lockdown, or what's going on with this in where you're at, Maggie?
It's the same. We're on total lockdown still. It's just a no-go. It's just you don't hear any proper news anyway about it at all. Anyway,
there's no end in sight to this, is there? I mean, it doesn't look like there's an end in sight to me.
Not at the moment, but whatever comes, it's never going to be the same for anybody again. Because people are seeing people for who they really are now. People who actually are there for you and the ones that aren't. And it's blatant. It's blatant. I mean, there's people phoning the police saying, oh, someone's outside doing such and such here. And they're encouraging people to snitch on each other.
Boy, what a perfect way to control an entire population and keep them settled down and keep them from banding together and keep them under control. Okay, never mind. That's a whole
Thomas Sheridan got it wrong. They're only banging the pans and clapping at 8 o'clock on a Thursday. It's not every day. It's just Thursday.
It's every day here.
Yeah, no, just a Thursday in England. And someone grassed someone up because they didn't come out of the house and start in and banging. That's how bad it's got.
Oh, man. Yeah, here we're banging the pans every night. Well, not so much in my little neighborhood, but greater Los Angeles, people are coming out on their balconies and clapping and yelling and lighting their big lighters and stuff. It's a ritual. It's a ritual.
Yeah. It's another form of brainwashing, as my husband says.
Well, more important than that part, it's the ritual, because God, we need ritual. We need that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going on with it here. I guess I'm in what you'd call the Mid-Atlantic region, and it's a more rural, suburban area at best. And here, everybody is just going along as normally as you possibly can. Most people don't seem to be paying too much attention to it. When now I kind of obey the rules. You know, I do the social distancing thing,
Yeah.
and the only place that I go to, other than to go take care of my dad,
Mm.
is the grocery store and to pick up different medicines at the pharmacy. And every once in a while, I'll have to do a drive-through at the bank, you know, because the banks are still open with the drive-through. But you know, everybody's out and about here, but you know, just about everybody that you see is wearing the mask, you know, and the gloves. Whenever you go into the grocery store, I put on the mask and the gloves, and you see all these other people in there looking like, you know, escapees from the emergency room. And but I mean, we're still out driving around and doing our necessary stuff. We're not like on a total lockdown where you have to. I see these things, these people in Italy where they've literally been in their apartments for, you know, a month solid, you know, and they go out on the balcony and sing together and all that stuff. And it's not like that here. Everybody's still out and doing what is available to do, which isn't a hell of a lot. All of our restaurants are still open, but you call in advance and tell them what you want, and then you show up and they'll bring it out to you. Although I'm not using the restaurants, I'm buying my own food and eating it from the grocery. But nobody here really seems that concerned about it, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I haven't decided what I think about this shit yet.
Yeah. In where I live, everybody is sort of going about their business, only except with extreme caution. You know, we're wearing the masks. I see people wearing the gloves. My neighbors and I, we stand apart. If we come out our back doors at the same time, we keep the distance.
That's what we do here.
We're following the rules. But when our cities right around here where I live, they're all sort of like ghost towns. Businesses are closed and locked up. I still go to work because I'm, you know, an essential employee, but we're closed down. I go in to do admin work and to do all that stuff, but I'm down to 2 days a week, maybe 3 if more stuff needs to be done. So that's a difference for me. You know, I've had to tighten my belt a little bit. But yeah, driving down the streets of Los Angeles is really, it's like the plague hit. Well, I guess it has. But it's really weird. But my life really hasn't changed that much.
Neither has mine.
No, neither is mine.
I'm spending way more time at home, and I am absolutely fucking loving it.
Robin, honey, I got to take a call here. From Dan's
sweetheart.
house. Should I mute myself? I'm going to mute myself and tell me if you can hear me. Can you? Here I go.
Okay, you're muted. You're good, sweetheart. Okay, Maggie and I will carry on. Yeah, so, boy, yeah, here it isn't that different for me. I still cook. You know, I've always cooked. Well, I went for a while when I wasn't cooking, when I was in this depression. But, you know, I've been cooking. I have to get my groceries delivered. And you always have to wait a week. You put in your order. So you got to plan, okay, I'm going to cook this next Wednesday. So I order that. Also, our restaurants, the little mom and pop places, bless them, they've gone under or they're about to go under.
There's so many places going under. It's unreal.
Yeah, but then there are some that these mom and pop places, you know, they have their kids helping them. And so they're changing up, you know, they're putting up plastic barriers by their cash registers. They've totally reworked their systems, and you know, it's takeout, you know, curbside pickup, that kind of stuff. You know, boy, humans are so adjustable. You know, we adapt. And so like magic, we've all, I know people who are struggling and having a really hard time with this, but you know, we're so adaptable. We just kind of slipped into the groove of okay, you got to do this to get this now. Okay, you've got to do this. So we just do it. And fuck, man, you just laugh when you can.
That's why I had to do this.
Well, you guys come here every Sunday for breakfast and just, if nothing else, to see how Maggie's going to show up here. Oh boy, I just looked over at the chat. Michelle Embry is there. Sarah the Mage is there. Killendall is there.
Michelle.
Tanya Almond, Christina
as well. Wow.
Shit, Lee Veltman. Look at
sunshine. Wow.
I know.
Grannies.
Hashtag Grannies. Oh, damn, Maggie, I shall have a shirt like that next week. I'm gonna have a damn shirt like that. and we need one for Veronica May. She's a little young granny too. Okay, so Greg's back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Is everything okay on the Western Front?
Yeah, but I always want to take a call that comes from out that direction just to see what fresh disaster has occurred.
Oh, sure. You want to keep up with current events over there.
Exactly. Yeah. But everything's fine.
Oh, good.
Good. I'm so fucking glad we're here. Okay. CW is in the chat. Reamce, were you here? Killendall is in the chat.
Hey, Kill. How are you, buddy?
How long has it been since Killendall? You sort of come in like a spring breeze, and then you're gone.
Yeah,
and then you come back, and it's always delightful to see you around.
But Maggie, that Killendall is one of the. Killendall is so. You don't know who Kill is, Maggie?
No.
He is one of the sweetest, smartest, most genuine folks you would ever want to meet, and he's just an all around great guy.
He is a great guy, and he does not suffer fools.
No.
He'll nail you if you don't come on. If you don't come into his periphery with a pure heart and tell him the truth, he's going to nail you. And
last week, I thought he was Kenzie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, it's a K word. Alliteration screws me up too, Maggie. I totally understand.
What can I say? I'm a granny.
Yeah, anything starting with K, you just come up with words. Kitchen.
Avoid.
Yeah, Miss Tree is there. Okay, CW Chanter says that Killendall comes into his life like a hurricane. Oh, CW, that's a crock.
Listen, he can do that. He's blown me away before. He can be like a hurricane or a tornado or a tsunami.
And he's so quiet about it. It's the quiet ones that always surprise you.
Yeah. Yeah,
they have depths you cannot plumb. Because they don't let you. Yeah. Oh, CW said Killendall, that's a compliment, the hurricane. Okay, CW, hyperbole and they're interchangeable. Okay, so you guys are doing a thing with Kelly Farmer on the next month.
It's May the 23rd, I think.
23rd, yeah.
On the 23rd, yet another extravaganza. I'm looking forward to watching that. Of course, I know that my invitation probably got lost in the mail. But I'm looking forward to it. OCW, it is too hyperbole.
Do you know what my topic is going to be on that? Let's see, what is that called? Let me think. It's the Digital Understanding Symposium on the Explaining Esoterica channel. Yeah. And I'm going to be doing a segment on Enochian magic.
Oh, well, you know what? No wonder I wasn't invited. I'm a dumbass with all this shit. But I will be an enthusiastic chat attendee.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's anything to go by the one Sarah did, That was fantastic.
Now, wasn't that some kind of a concert or something? Because they invited me to that, and that was one of the days when I had to be
Yeah.
elsewhere, and I couldn't really get in on any of it. But that was music, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
everything, wasn't it? Really?
it was spoken word too. It defies description, really, but it was wonderful, and it just kept unfolding and unfolding.
Yeah.
And it was it was a joy to witness. People
Talent of everybody blew me away. It really did.
yeah, and I hope there are more of those kind of shows, and like this one coming up with Kelly.
Yeah.
It's a joy. It's like it takes me back. It's like watching an old Ed Sullivan show.
Or like an internet Woodstock, even.
Yeah.
And that's how we described it.
Yeah.
At the time, it was like a little Woodstock,
Mhm.
a small scale, but it was just wonderful and it was impactful, and you really got to know people a little better. But
Yeah.
some of those people I've known for years, and then they show up like that.
It was amazing.
It was lovely. So I'm really looking forward to next month. And then, oh wait! I just saw somebody say hi, Kelly. Is Kelly in the chat?
Oh yeah, she is. Hi, Kelly.
Oh, there's Kelly. Okay, I still don't see her, but hi. There she is. I see. Oh, I love you, Kelly.
Yeah, we love you.
Can I put in a plug for Kelly here?
Yeah.
Wow.
On Tuesday nights, I don't know what time, I don't know where your time zone is, but I'm Eastern Standard Time. So on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, she's conducting a study group and a discussion of the Urantia book. And I'll tell you what, if that's not an absolute blast, it is fun. Even if you haven't read the Urantia book or you don't want to read the Urantia book, go over and check this out, because not only is it fascinating and educational, but it's hilarious and fun, and it's really a good time. So if you're looking for something to do on a Tuesday night at 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, go over there and check out this Urantia study group and get the Urantia book and read it anyway. You can do it for free. It's online. It's in the public domain. So check that out because it's fun.
Yeah, and Kelly has a link of where you can read it for free.
Right.
It's all done for you stuff, folks. Just come and sit down at the table, and you'll be served. You don't have to do any work.
Mhm.
Like Reamce says, you don't have to read it. I keep missing it because Tuesday, I go into work and then I get home and then I have a glass of wine and then I take a nap because my sleep schedule is all screwed up.
Every night for me.
Yeah, but I sometimes I've been watching the leftovers of Kelly's show. Yeah, I watch it after it's live, but I really want to be there live and be there in person with you guys. So I'm not going to take a nap this Tuesday. I'm going to stay awake and be there. But look in the chat.
Your answer book.
Yeah, Kelly just put the link in the chat, and so yeah, cool beans. Okay, there's my computer is going a little. Okay, there it is. Okay, you're welcome for all the plugs. You know what? You guys are our friends. Okay. The energy of Killendall, you are, you write a paragraph and then I want to go sit and meditate, dear. You little shit.
I wish I could see the chat. I can't see the chat.
Oh, well, Killendall is over there being all Killendall.
Can you see on the side of the screen there's private chat and live comments where we are in StreamYards?
Okay.
Oh, can I click on that and see what's going on in the chat?
Yeah, you can open
live comments, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not like gonna hit this button and there's gonna be nuclear detonations and
No.
I'm gonna hit it. If I screw the stream up, I apologize. Here I go.
Okay, well, if
Oh, there
disaster.
they are. Hello, Explaining Esoteria. Hello, Kellendall. There's C.W. Channer and Lee Veltman and Charles Williamson. Oh my God, isn't this a fascinating thing?
Yeah, it's lovely. It
Hi,
really
Tanya.
There's
Wow.
Tanya, Aloha, Philip Blair, all those guys. Isn't this fun? Isn't this just fun?
Yes,
Everybody,
and there's K-Ride.
I know.
I don't know why this is
Every
fascinating me,
week.
but it
He's like our top fan of the hashtag Grannies.
The hashtag Grannies. Yes. So, okay, boy, I just got Christina. Okay, there's the okay. Yeah. See, I have two tabs.
The whole gang.
Yeah, I have two tabs open so I can see it not only on StreamYard.
Giger.
Who?
He's a friend of mine. He's one of the people who's been subscribed to my channel practically from the beginning.
Oh,
and there he is in the chat.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, bye, CW. I love you, dear. You
Bye,
little.
CW.
Bye, CW. Take care.
I love you. I love you. Okay, so who did you say was in the chat, Reamsey?
Giga.
I call it Giger, but some people call it Geiger.
Oh, Geiger. I know who Geiger is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've seen Geiger before in years past, here and there.
Well, he almost always will put a nice comment or something on videos that I make. He's been on my channel for years and years and years.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah, I've always said Geiger because it's like Geiger counter.
Well, I don't know if it's. I think maybe it's. You remember the artist H.R. Giger or Geiger? I never did know how to pronounce it.
No.
But I think maybe that's where his name comes from. I don't know. I never asked him about the name, but I'm assuming it's H.R. The guy who designed Alien and did all those creepy, scary artwork.
The guy with the brain that scares you. Okay, speaking of that, Reamsey, I have the question of the day for you. Where does the name Reamsey come from? What are the origins?
There's only one person that knows what the 6 letters REAMCE stand for, besides me. And what they stand for is a secret. But I'll tell you how it came that came to be. When I was signing up for YouTube, and I guess it would have been 2007.
Oh God.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I thought that I was putting in a password, and the password was going to be REAMCE, but it turned out that was the username of the channel. So it was a complete accident, and when the channel went up, the name of the channel was REAMCE, and it's like, well, I better change this. Well, YouTube's all bastards, and of course they wouldn't let me change it, and so I was stuck with that weird channel name. So I thought, well, I had to figure out how to pronounce this then. So I just decided on reamce, and that's and like I told you, there was more than me at the beginning of that channel that made videos for that channel, and everybody was mad because that was what the name of it was. But then when everybody else faded away, and I was the one that was left with the channel and turned it into my own exclusive thing, I just started identifying myself as reamce, but it and it really doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so it's sort of like it's an acronym.
Each one of the letters stands for something that I knew that I could remember for a password.
Well, what an interesting story about the origins. I thought it was way more mystical than that. Sorry.
It's not. It was an accident.
Okay, no worse the wear for knowing the truth. But thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. So how much of your Buckfast is left there in that other bottle, Reamsey?
Quite a bit, because as I started guzzling that down, I started feeling the very fine tonic effects of buckfast. And because I have to drive as soon as I'm done with this program, I don't want to be pulled over by the police because I'm intoxicated. So I'm afraid that I've only drank not quite a third of the bottle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're good. Oh, there's plenty left for later.
I'm going to drink it tonight. I've got the new Stephen King book, and I got about halfway through it yesterday, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight so that I can get the review up tomorrow because people are already asking where's the review of the new Stephen King book, and it's like, well, I have to read the damn thing before I can tell you what I think of it.
Boy, Stephen King is like a writing machine. I don't know how. I love that. Let's have a pause.
Every 15 minutes. And you know what? If something goes wrong with the clock and I don't hear it, then I realize something's wrong. And then finally I realize the clock didn't go off because I'm so used to that.
It's a little Pavlovian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I miss it if it's. Yeah, I think it's lovely. I'd like a recording of just your clocks going off.
Yeah. She's the strangest woman, Reamsy.
Right now, they're all a little bit out of whack, so they go off at different times. But when I get them all regulated to where they're all together and they all go off at once, it sounds like bedlam in here.
Like a concert. Okay, how many clocks do you have that make noise like regular?
In the room that I'm in right now, there's 3. There's 2 cuckoo clocks and the grandfather clock.
How neat. Okay, how about house wide?
I think there's only 6 that make any kind of a sound.
Oh, well, yeah, I find that delightful.
Well, I love them, and there's just something comforting about them. And I like waking up in the night, and I don't have to wait very long, and I'll know approximately what time it is because one of the clocks will do something that tells me what time it is, and I don't even have to look at the clock by the bed.
Neato. How neat. Okay, I'm having an echo. I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal. So you guys, we're coming up on an hour here and how the time has flown.
It's been lovely. I've thoroughly enjoyed your company, Reamsy.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to get Toby to come up here and put in an appearance. He's sitting right here by my feet, but I thought he'd be right up here on the table, showing everybody his cat asshole.
Oh,
but
I know there are more shots of Toby's asshole than.
I know. Usually particularly when I sit in this room, he gets up on this table in front of me and usually plops his ass right in front of the camera, and I just say to hell with it and go ahead and make the video. Come here, Toby, let him see. No, he's not going to cooperate. He don't want to be on camera today.
Yeah,
do you have a dirty butt, Toby?
Reamsy he's always carried on all through Toby's wanderings. He just keeps going. He doesn't miss a beat. And then we see the little single eye looking at the camera when Toby's facing him saying, Dad, are you talking to me? I'm sure that must confuse him. He probably thinks you're talking to him.
Well, no, I'm not using my Toby voice, though. When I talk to him, he knows. I think he's aggravated because he knows I'm not talking to him and he doesn't know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, more than likely.
Get up here. Get up here and show the people how pretty you are. Come here.
So, you know what, Reamsy, you and Michael both have those ginger tabbies. And, the names, I had a ginger tabby years and years and years ago. A friend brought him to my door, and he was this little tiny flea-laden orphan. His mom had been hit by a car, and the litter was found under a gas station. And so my friend rescued her, and she had this one little ginger tabby left. And this poor thing, one eye was glued shut. I had to do a bottle feeding for about a week. And first thing I did was give him a little bath. He was just tiny. And I named him Hudson. And that Hudson turned out to be the biggest ginger tabby I'd ever seen in my life. He was huge. He was like 22 pounds.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I couldn't keep him anymore because I had a little granddaughter at the time, and she was challenged with asthma, and the cat dander triggered it. So I gave him to my daughter, who took it to my ex-husband, and that cat was my ex-husband's companion nearly till the day he died. This
Oh,
giant cat named Hudson. And so it got past. Hudson went from one family member to another, but I have fond memories of that big old giant cat. He was mean as fuck. Don't touch his stomach. He will rip you a new one if you touch that cat's stomach, but otherwise he snuggled, he purred, he talked.
that's the kind of cat you want.
Yes, a no nonsense, don't fuck with me cat that loves you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Toby is the sweetest cat that I've had. I've had a cat probably every day of my life, and of all the cats that I've had, Toby is by far the sweetest and most compliant and snuggly cat. I've never seen him. I've never heard him growl.
No.
He's just a sweet cat and let you do whatever you want to. I try to keep him from clawing up all my furniture, and so I say, "Come on, Toby, let's clip your nails," and he'll run over and get on the bed, and I put his paw out and just he's a good cooperative cat. Now Michael's cat, little Baxter, of course, he's still a kitten, but that cat is a wild little guy. He is all over the place. But he's only what, 4 months old, I guess.
Aw.
But he's a little cutie too, and looks just like Toby.
That is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so I've just read. I'm about, after the show ends, Reamsey, I'm going to read chapter 9.
Oh, I've read chapter 9.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Yeah, and I've read chapter 10.
There's the epilogue.
Well, the epilogue's coming today. I don't have the epilogue yet.
Oh, but there's a chapter. I haven't gotten chapter 10. He's feeding it. We're talking about Michael, Maggie.
Yeah, I know his new book.
Yeah. So, boy. He just sent me chapter 9 last night. So he's kind of like feeding it to me one chapter at a time. You've read chapter 10. Holy shit. Okay, I don't want to talk about it anymore because what a ride. This is such a ride.
I don't know when this one is gonna be published, because the plan on this one, as I understand it, is not to do a self-publishing thing on this, but to have this one published through an agent and a publishing house.
Well, it's a different genre. It'll totally be categorized in a different what level of I don't know what else to call it. This is different. This is very different.
So far, I think it's the best thing that he's come up with.
It is gritty and raw and honest, and even the flights of fancy in it are honest. And this is, I am strapped in and I'm holding on, and I can hardly wait for other people to read it, because it's a different experience, you guys. I've known Michael not quite as long as Reamsey has, and I've read his other stuff, but this is okay. That's all I'm going to say. Boy, I'm blabbing my mouth.
She's excited, I can tell.
There may be a wait before this one's, but this one may not come for a couple of years, because he's doing his best to get this one. This one has more of a commercial potential than some of the really odd things that he has come up with.
No kidding. There's a whole audience for this. I know there is. There's an I'm an old lady. It's not something I am really familiar with. I am, but I'm not. So this will have a very huge audience, I'm sure.
I hope so.
No, good for him. I hope so too.
I know. Yeah, the people in the shadows, the people who can identify, and I know there are lots of them. Okay, so that's okay. I just keep blabbing about it. Okay. You guys, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. It is time to close down. Okay, do you want to do a final parting thought? Reamce?
Thank you for having me on, both of you. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you'll have me on again. Now, now that I'm literally quite retired. I'm not doing a damn thing, and I don't intend to do anything for the rest of my life, and I'm loving that. So, now hopefully, I'll be able to at least get to the beginnings of these shows. I usually, when I try to watch your show, Robin, I've made it out to Dad's house and gotten him arranged and everything, and then I sit there on my cell phone and look at this show. But hopefully I'll be able to make it to more of these. It's a strange time, time period of the day. Most YouTube things are at nighttime when everybody's winding down, and you chose to be different and do it at the ass crack of dawn here. And,
well, the ass crack of dawn was really the only spot left because all of our friends and acquaintances with channels do it all different sorts of times of the day, the end of the day, the middle of the day. So this was all the only option really.
Well, I'll tell you what drives me crazy too is when everybody's on at the same time doing their thing, and you're like, what the fuck one do I pick? It's everybody's on at the same time.
I know, and many of these people know one another. They should have a meeting and say, okay, your slot is here. I'm taking this. I'm taking this. To give us all a chance to hit all of our favorite spots. It's like bar hopping or doing a progressive dinner. I want to hit everybody in order. But they don't do that. You guys talk amongst yourselves and get a schedule going, you little fuckers.
Well, I submit that you don't talk among yourselves and everybody keep doing it the way you're doing it, because otherwise I'd waste all my damn time on this ignorant YouTube and not actually get anything accomplished. I have to wean myself off of it anyway, because if I went with my impulses, I just sit here in front of this screen watching this ridiculous shit on YouTube all day long, so the more I can get away from it, the better off my life goes. So
okay, well, that's a really good point, Reamce. That's a good point. Forget what I said. I recant.
Thank you. Your sins are forgiven. I give you my triple apostolic blessing. Go and sin no more.
Oh, thank you. When you're old and close to death, all of the absolutions are very important. Thank you.
Yeah, well, there's your extreme unction.
Oh, thank you. We had a Irish priest when I was in high school, and he called it extramunction. Extramunction instead of extreme. He said extramunction.
You try getting an Irish person to say 3.
I don't think they have that word.
It's tree. Mom, say 3. Tree.
A tree, yeah. Yeah. Hire the elderly and the handicapped, even if they can't speak properly. Okay, you guys, it's after 10. Reamce, I love you, my dear heart. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll talk soon, sweetheart.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, Reamce. It really has. And the chat. Thank you so much for putting up with my madness.
Okay, yeah, it's a gentle madness, Maggie. Okay, bye, Reamce.
Bye.
Okay, Maggie, we did it.
We did it again.
Okay,
Reamce.
I'm seeing in the chat, Out of Mind showed up, Genocide. Oh God, I know I've missed people. Okay, Michelle Embry, I think I said hi to her. Okay, sweetheart, we're done.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry about my whining dog at the side of me.
Well, it's your dog, Reamce's chiming clocks. a little bit of everything here on the Granny Show. Join us next week, you guys, for breakfast. Have a good week. Everyone stay well. Everyone look out for one another.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again, hopefully. Okay, we love every
Much love.
damn. Love you.
Grannies.
Grannies, we're going.
Thumbs up.